Riots across America. It's pretty insane. It's hard to see. It's hard to watch on the news. I was watching the news all day long today and just seeing what different people had to say. I was watching news last night, watching CNN headquarters in Atlanta get broken into.
Oh, that shit was funny.
Flashbangs being thrown in there.
Bro, those are fireworks.
The Roman candles.
Something.
Fucking shooting each other.
The riots breaking out in our own town. Fires being set on gas stations, cars, police stations. The police station thing was pretty crazy. The police at the 3rd precinct in Minneapolis, Minnesota, they knew that it was going to happen essentially, so they took everything out of the building. They took all the guns out and they moved all the vehicles and basically left it open to happen. That's like kind of the key thing a lot of people are doing right now, is just making sure that they're not really like being combative with the protesters or the rioters. Even they're letting them kind of do everything. They're making arrests on certain things like the looting, but people are setting fires to vehicles and they just let those fires burn. They're not even trying to really put them out.
Yeah, I saw somebody tag in a bank with graffiti, and there was a cop literally like 10 feet away from him, and the cop was just, just not even paying attention. He was just looking around other things.
Apparently
Yeah.
CNN station got tagged too.
Fuck CNN.
It had to come in.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of like what the news companies, kind of stand for and what their agendas are, I think that people are just trying to be seen and heard. So they're like, look at the biggest stations like CNN.
Yeah.
It's like, get in front of them, make the noise, cause the chaos, get heard, because the most people are going to see it there and those various other large companies.
Right.
Like those news guys that got arrested.
That's crazy.
Yeah, on live TV they get arrested. There was a news reporter who was getting shot at by the police. They were using those pepper bullets.
Oh, okay.
But they were shooting the reporter live on TV, and it's just such a weird thing to see. It's like you never look at reporters like that to be in danger. You always kind of expect them to be in that area and not have like police going.
Well, it's like when you get on a roller coaster. Oh, fuck.
Say that again?
It's like when you get on a roller coaster, right at your own risk.
Yeah, it's true. I was going to go down to the riots today, but then a lot of people were telling me, like, careful if you have a camera. They're arresting people who, even if they're with media, and, I was just like, oh, shit, like, scary.
Yeah, last thing you want to do is be in the paddy wagon just for trying to get more of the truth out there.
Yeah. I think there's some really good things going on, though. Like, you have people like Colin Kaepernick, who's paying lawyer fees for people who get arrested, protesters, I would imagine media people as well, or probably just people who just can't afford it in general. And then people like Yes Jules are donating money to these Black Lives Matter what are they called? Groups to bail people out. As soon as they get locked up, they're bailing them out right away. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Get them back out there. Really, I mean, like, I would imagine some people are getting arrested just because they're in the area, and even if they didn't really do anything wrong.
Yeah.
And you really are going to need those people back out there protesting the next day, or even that same night, so they can keep that energy going.
I mean, the support's what's needed when it comes down to it, because it just trying to. It's just in a situation where it's trying to be just blacklisted, and it's just unfortunate. So it's cool seeing those with high statuses get putting support into causes like this.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, did you see the TikTok thing?
No.
What happened?
Polo G was trying to say like he's not using TikTok no more because they were like promoting, like they were hiding all the protest videos they were putting up and all the Black Lives Matter videos.
Oh, see, I saw something from TikTok that said that they weren't taking anything down, that they fully supported it.
No, they were responding because they were doing it and they got caught.
Oh, that's what it was? I didn't see the Polo G post for context at all.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
It doesn't make sense how you could pull things like that.
You know, it's kind of crazy. Like, all this shit's happening. Like, the shuttle launched today. Trump is, like, unsupporting Hong Kong, and it's, like, independence from mainland China.
Yeah, and the riots are still going on over there.
Coronavirus is, like, fucking spreading right now.
Murder wasps.
Murder hornets.
Murder hornets.
Mhm.
Still lurking, bro. They're like wild card that hasn't been activated yet, but they're lurking. It's like, oh, we're getting back to normal. No.
It's like, y'all thought the locust was bad?
Oh my god,
No.
it's crazy. Here's a quote from Colin Kaepernick. He said, "In fighting for liberation, there's always retaliation. We must protect our freedom fighters. We started a legal defense initiative to give legal representation to freedom fighters in Minneapolis, paid by Your Rights Camp."
See, I feel like that can get taken advantage of, because I feel like people who loot and had nothing to do with the movement are going to be like, yeah, I was there with you guys.
Yeah,
I was there,
suppose.
I was there protesting, but like really they were just there for their own personal gains.
I would imagine that they have lawyers with them who would look at their charges first. I don't know if the charges are always going to be accurate, though.
Yeah,
I wouldn't, I wouldn't think they would be. I mean, there's so much chaos going on. They're just going to be like, oh, I think I saw you looting and I saw you doing this. Or they're just going to like,
What if they just arrest them with no bail?
yeah.
they might be doing that.
Yeah.
Don't they have to get bail
I
for these
mean,
types of things?
I mean,
Judge has to set bail, and if there's no judge to set bail, then you don't have bail technically. That's why some people can stay in jail for like years before they even get a bail sentencing.
That's scary. A lot of people are getting arrested,
Yeah.
and they're going to keep arresting people too.
Was there a statistic out yet about how many people are getting arrested in this time? Like,
No, I
there's
haven't
no
seen
numbers
anything.
yet.
If there is, I haven't seen anything
They
yet.
burn that shit down. What do you mean? There's no numbers for anything. No, they you said they took everything out though, right? All the documents, personal records, like of all the.
That was just of that one precinct, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
From that one precinct,
Because
because they.
probably saved every.
Yeah, I mean you
possible
have
thing.
to, because you got like cold cases, you got open cases, and all this information is in like that building
Yeah.
for that precinct. So if that went down, ooh.
You know what's really crazy too is that I guess there's calls that aren't getting answered when people are dialing 911.
Yeah.
They're not getting answered because police are doing
Everywhere
everything
else,
else. There's
yeah.
no way to even. So imagine
Respond.
you're home and you have a heart attack right now. You're fucked.
Well, that's like more for like paramedics. But imagine you're getting murdered
Mm-hmm.
and you can't call 911, or you're getting robbed at your house because of all this rioting going on. Somebody just decided, oh, I'm going to rob from this house because I've been planning to do this, and now it's
Yeah.
the perfect time.
Yeah, me and Tevin were talking about that earlier. We were saying that, or I feel like, with all the rioting going on, it's perfect for people who want to just take advantage of the moment and go and find someone to rob, go into their houses and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I hope people are just, really protesting injustice and not really out there trying to like break the law for no reason.
And that's what I was siding with too, because I was letting Dylan. I was like, this would be a really devastating time for people to take advantage of this and use it for personal gain or an alternative motive, because it's at a point where like mainstream media is literally trying to find any reason to blacklist this, trying to find any
Yeah.
reason and just cover it up and say that we as a people need to be told what to do for the rest of our lives,
Mm.
Yeah, because they are spinning it in some ways to make it look like this is a mob trying to kill people.
They're even using the verbiage mob
Yeah.
and thugs, and you're like, what? Why are you even saying it like this?
I mean, didn't you just have a bunch of like white people in Michigan protesting to be free from their fucking houses because they wanted to go out and walk their dogs or
Oh
whatever?
yeah, get haircuts.
Haircuts and
Yeah.
But
And Trump tweets,
Hold
let
on.
these good people have something. But then there's photographs of them with ARs in front of
yeah, they were there
government buildings.
shouting at the cops in their face. And
I'm
everything.
gonna play devil's advocate with that though, because
Because what?
Because buildings didn't get burned
Oh, really?
in that scenario. I mean, I don't know. Did they?
Yeah, but if you see
No.
anyone with an AR outside right now, you're gonna have some problems.
Well,
But those like
it's
people
the
were outside
setting
of their
though.
buildings.
It's the setting and the environment. Like, you're on one side. If I saw ARs with what's going on right now, I'd be freaking out.
Why? Like during the riots?
No, with the setting, it's not about the people or the color or the reasoning why they're outside. I'm just saying, like, if I saw people in these settings, fire, unorganized marching, out of control.
No, but what
Back
I'm
to
saying
back.
is that during the peaceful, silent protests that are going on in the daytime, if you had people going out with ARs, where it's people that are going for
I wouldn't
people holding
panic.
signs for Black Lives Matters, I think
I
you're
wouldn't
gonna have
panic.
a different tone coming from the police.
I wouldn't see it. Well, maybe they would, but I don't think I would see it much different than what happened on the other side. But all I'm saying though is, if in this scenario that we're witnessing with like fires, looting, just like back and forth, small like projectiles going back and forth, water bottles to rocks to anything, tear gas from the cops. Like, if I saw AR-15s on either side, cops or civilians, I'd be freaking out. Because I'm like, someone's going to shoot the wrong person, and then it's going to be just a fire.
Someone
back
did
and
get
forth.
killed yesterday. It was a 19-year-old guy got
What
shot
happened?
and killed.
By the cop?
Not by a cop, by another person in the crowd, by like a rioter.
Yeah, it's not a good scene to have guns in those types of environments. Now, I'm not saying it's because of the people rioting for a specific reason. I'm just saying in general, when you have large amounts of people and there's fire and there's out of control chaos, and then you add guns to that environment, someone's going to get shot.
Yeah.
And you just, like you said, someone did get shot.
Yeah.
And not by a cop or by, just another person to person. Wrong place, wrong time, and you died.
Sean killed, yeah.